Hey, what's up guys? My name's iirix. Today I'm going to be showing you a deck that I made a while back, but was missing a few of the pieces, and today I am at the point where I have enough of them. I think the deck works fairly well, and that deck today is Modern Arcbound Ravager. It's the funny thing about Modern Ravager is I think that there's obviously one skeletal frame in the artifact creatures, and then your options to make it yours and personalize the deck are the bits of removal and the draw power. So, this isn't a hard, follow this deck in order to get the win, but it's an Arcbound Ravager deck, and so I know I have a few different choices on cards that some people wouldn't agree with, but if you got an open mind with me on this one, we'll take a look, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find something that you like better than what you have or thought of playing in a modern Arcbound Ravager deck. To start out, I have 2 Master of Ethereum. It's a pretty nice card. I do like it quite a bit. I mostly just like it because I can use him to power up some of the man lands like Inkmoth and Blinkmoth Nexus. But that's just about it. Not much more than that I really need. Then follow that up, I got 4 Ancestral Vision, which is nice because it was not too long ago at the time of this recording taken off the ban list. So, it's a really nice card. You can't just outright play it. You have to suspend it. But you suspend it for just 1 blue, and after 4 turns you get to draw 3 cards. So it's very nice. There are 4 of those in there. Probably have more if I could, but, can't. Following that up, we have 4 Thoughtcast, which is 4 and a blue to draw 2 cards. Affinity for Artifacts, which if you pay anything more than a blue, it better just be 1 more. Otherwise, I think you're doing it wrong, or you're very desperate. Into black, we have 4 Vault Scourge. It's 1 and a blood mana, Phyrexian pain mana, whatever you want to call it. I call it blood mana. You get a 1/1 flying lifelink. I like this one a lot, and it's one of the reasons that I like to play the Master of Ethereum, because if with all the damage you're taking in Modern and paying for your blood mana, this is something that's really nice. I do have some shock lands in here, so those make it that much more interesting. And you'll also see when I get to the land section, I only have 1 land that actually provides the color I need to play these, so I'm almost always using the pay 2 life option on there. But it's a great turn 1 play. Follow that up, I have 4 Galvanic Blast. Anybody who cares to see, they are all foil. Picked these up when they were stupid cheap, like $1 each. Very nice. Now I think they're more than 10, 12, something like that. But a single red for an instant deals 2 damage to target creature player. Metalcraft, which is Metalcraft, you have to have 3 or more artifacts down, and you get to do 4 damage instead. I'm looking at the camera, I'm seeing it's a little dark. I'll try to brighten that up for you guys. Then we onto the lands. We got 3 Steam Vents, so you almost always take the 2 life off that, play it untapped, and a Glimmer Void because I only have 1. They're kind of expensive. Onto the artifacts, we got 4 Ornithopters, which turn 1 play. If you want, you can use the 1 land you get and pay a life for Vault Scourge, or you can Signal Pest. That's what I like about Ornithopter. Following that up, we got 3 Signal Pests. Very nice. It's with Battle Cry. He can only be blocked by creatures with flying or reach, so he Battle Cry triggers. He doesn't do any damage, but he doesn't need to, because when he attacks, +1/+0 to all your attacking creatures. Very nice. What kind of Ravager deck would be a Ravager deck without Arcbound Ravager? It's the name of the deck. It's such a broken card. You need to have it. The very nice thing about him being 2 mana for a 0/0 with modular 1, he gets a +1 counter. Then when he dies, you can move the counters. You can eat artifacts to give him +1 counters. Well, let's just eat him to Inkmoth Nexus and do poison damage and kill them that way. Because so bad to do it. Of course, there's 4 Arcbound Ravagers in there. I'm making a mess here. Follow that up, we got 4 Spellskite. For those who care, there's a foil one there. Pick that up for a Platinum Angel. Love it. Very nice. Back then, when these were worth much more than a Platinum Angel, you almost always, in my opinion, almost always pay the 2 life for this. Unless you have the land open, you don't need it. I like to pay the 2 life more often than not, because then it kind of throws the opinion that you have something in hand that you want to save your land for. Following that, we got 3 Steel Overseer because these are stupid good in this deck. Put a +1/+1 counter on each artifact creature you control. Well, these are artifact creatures when you animate them. Oh, look, he is too. Then you got Etch Champion, who becomes protection from all colors. A 2/2 with pro all colors if you have Metalcraft. Not hard to get Metalcraft in here. I only have 2 Mox Opals because they're expensive. I was buying these for 25 a piece when they were 30, and now I believe they're 45 at the time of this recording, so only 2, but, you know, still a very nice card. Then, here's something that I get a lot of crap for at my local game stores. I'm playing Ghostfire Blade instead of Cranioplating, because Cranioplating I like and all, but with Arcbound Ravager you're eating your artifacts, so it's kind of a counterproductive way to do it. With this, it's 1 to play, 3 to equip, but if you put it on a colorless creature, which is just about everything in the deck, it gets +2/+2. So I like to put him on Vault Scourge. Unfortunately, you got to pay 3 to put him on the Vault Scourge, but I do like to put him on Ornithopter or on the Manlands, Ink Moth and Blink Moth. Into the lands. The deck only plays 16 lands, I believe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus the 4 in there, so yeah, 16. 4 Darksteel Citadel, very nice, because it's just an artifact, it's indestructible, and you tap for 1. 4 Blink Moth Nexus, because of course it's a modern artifact Ravager deck, you have to have Blink Moth. And 4 Ink Moth, because of course, again, same reasons, except this one's better than Blink Moth. This one turns into a 1 flying. It can pay 1 tap, and target Blink Moth gets +1/+1. Not so great. This one does poison damage, so if you need to, you can turn this into a Blink Moth artifact with flying and infect, attack with it, tap this, give it +1/+1. I've never done it, but I mean, if it's something that you can do or need to do, it's an option, and options are always nice. Now here's the problem with what I have going on, is I don't have a sideboard. This is as close to a sideboard as I have. It's just kind of the 4 Memnite that got dropped once I decided to play Signal Pest instead and Etch Champion. And so I don't really have much of a sideboard, it's just that. But I recommend for anybody who's curious, if you don't like to play red and or blue and or black, which you almost need to play black in this, white is very fine because it has the it has removal with Metalcraft. Makes it's really cheap, but it's not something that a lot of people go for. There's also Tempered Steel, which you can give all your artifacts +2/+2. That's something else some people do. I don't like white for the Arcbound Ravager deck. Green is another one with Mutagenic Growth. You have Blood Mana there for +2/+2 at instant speed. I don't care much for it. I prefer to play blue for Master of Ethereum, which I think every modern Ravager deck will play blue. You have the Ancestral Visions, you have Thoughtcast, you have the counter spells if you want to play them, Remand and other cheap ones that are modern favorites. Then you don't need to play black for Vault Scourge. You can put that in anywhere and just pay the life, because he's got lifelink. He'll get you the life back. But I choose to play red because of Galvanic Blast. I'm debating putting in Shrapnel Blast because Shrapnel Blast is very nice. Unfortunately, you have to pay 2 and sack an artifact. So that's kind of counterproductive since you want to sacrifice your artifacts to Arcbound Ravager. So modern Ravager is like I said in the beginning, is very interesting, and you need to sit down and look at how you want to play it. Obviously, you'll be playing things like Arcbound Ravager, Signal Pest, Ornithopter. Those are kind of staples for it. But if you really think hard about it, there are a lot of different ways you can build the rest of the deck. And so the main skeletal frame is the same. It's Arcbound Ravager, Glimmervoid, Spellskite. But do you want to play white? Do you want to play green? Do you want to play blue? You can do all 5 colors, and it will work. Some will work better than others. I feel blue is the best color pair with Arcbound Ravager, but that's my opinion. You can do it however you want. So if that's something that you are interested in doing, hey, go for it. Build it. Let me know how it does for you. Maybe you have 4 Mox Opals. Maybe you have 4 Glimmervoids. That's not a Glimmervoid. I tried to be all cool and stuff. Maybe you have 4 Glimmervoids and work out better for you, because those would probably be better than the Steamvenge Shocklands. I play that because I don't want to buy Glimmervoids, and I need blue and red. But if you get Glimmervoid, it'd probably work better than playing Vault Scourge. I suppose you could play City of Brass. If I remember right, City of Brass is modern legal. You could do that, but I don't care much for it. because you have to pay. You lose a life tapping it for any color. It doesn't matter. You can't tap for colorless. The steam vents, you only take damage once, or if you want to put it into play tapped, you don't take damage at all. So you know, it's again personal preference and how you want to do it. But there's a modern Arcbound Ravager deck. If you want to see some more decks I do, subscribe to the channel. And I will be putting these up occasionally. I kind of fell out of it recently, but I plan on putting up decks more often. I will be going to a standard tournament tonight playing Bant Collected Company. I have that deck. I just posted that, I believe, on Wednesday? Tuesday? It went up recently, so check out my channel for that. I'll put the link in the description too if you want to see that, if you're interested in standard. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all next time.